Siouxland with Mallory Smith, Nick Wilson, and meteorologist Victor Perez. From KCAU 9 News, this is Good Day Siouxland.
Good morning. It is 6:45 on this Friday morning. I'm Mallory Smith.
I'm Nick Wilson.
I'm Victor Perez.
If you can't already tell, I'm very excited about being a Friday, and I'm actually really excited about these rain chances too. I know we've got a lot kind of scattered today.
I wonder why you'd be excited about the rain.
Because I love cloudy days.
There you go. But we will be seeing cloud coverage over the next couple of days. So not as much sunshine as we got to enjoy through the earlier parts of the week. As we can see, some of those clouds looking out from the Cherokee camera. And it's looking like it's going to be a more cloudy and a bit more of a grayer day as we go forward, with temperatures that are starting off in the 50s for most of us and winds that are between 5 and 15 miles per hour. But with temps in the 50s, you have to worry less and less about the wind chills. Haven't really talked about that too much today. But what I will be talking about is marginal severe thunderstorm chances that we see out in southwestern Siouxland. That's where we saw some showers and storms developing earlier through the morning hours in areas that are shaded by that slight severe thunderstorm chances. But it does look to remain primarily in Nebraska, so we'll keep an eye on that through the afternoon as well. Back to you two.
All right, thanks, Victor. Well, a Siouxlander has ran 8 marathons, written over 460 poems, and visited nearly every county in Iowa. And for each county he's visited, he's made it his mission to both run and write in the town.
Yeah, and his journey isn't over yet. In fact, Tyler Sullivan says it's just getting started.
Ever since middle school, Tyler Sullivan has loved to run. But it wasn't until years later he discovered he too has a passion for adventure.
Back in 2015, I had a girlfriend who lived in Mason City, and I would travel that way every other Friday after work. And I was going through counties I'd never heard of before, like Chickasaw, Bremer, and I began to wonder there has to be something special about these counties.
Sullivan began studying each Iowa county, making plans to visit and tour every one.
And then I had a friend. He's like, you ever thought about running in these cities? And I go, Jay, there is no way I can run in these 200 population towns. I'm a marathoner. He's like, you don't have to go far. Run at least a mile, and the other ones you can run more.
It was then Sullivan decided he would create a map of each place he wanted to see. So far, he's been to 94 out of 99 Iowa counties, and he's ran in 1,144 cities, snapping a picture and updating his large Facebook following of his journey each time.
Yeah, I just love finding a hidden gem in every single community, whether it's like in Hornick, like they had that train depot, or the Siouxland, they had the first schoolhouse in Woodbury County. It's hard to believe it's been 8 years ago because I don't want this to end. I got probably 2 more years and probably roughly 60 cities left to run through, but I'm taking my time.
And if that wasn't impressive enough, Sullivan is also a poet and an author. So when a mentor of his turned to him and asked him if he would be interested in writing poems on each of the counties,
I go, now that sounds like fun. I've already self-published 2 books.
He credits his mentor for the creative idea, but he says how he stays motivated is all thanks to his high school track coach.
He never cared about the winning. He never cared about the losing. It was about giving your best every single day. And that's what I do for these communities. It doesn't matter if you're Sioux City, super large with 80,000 plus people, or you're a very small town of like Climbing Hill or Luton. I go there and I run at least a mile, and I cherish every moment because like I said, I find that hidden gem in every single community.
And every place he goes, he encourages the community to join in.
I will go their pace. It's not about trying to keep up with me. It's more about me, get to know you and hear your story because we can learn together.
And Tyler will be completing his 9th marathon here in Sioux City on Sunday morning, May 7th, making that 1,145 cities traveled to. He encourages the community to join in with him, saying you can run as fast and far as you want. Details will be posted on our website later this morning, SiouxlandProud.com.
And he mentioned, he could go your pace. If he's going my pace, we're never finishing that marathon.
We're finishing the marathon in 3 days.
Yeah, 3 to 5 business days.
I told him the same thing. I said, you don't want me there then because, we're going to be going slow. But still, join in if you can, especially if you love running. He'll want you there for sure.
Great story. Thanks, Mallory.
Thank you.
And if running marathons isn't quite your speed, this weekend is a great time to get outside and spend some slower time in nature. Today is the first day of the Woodbury County Conservation Department's camping kickoff weekend. The event is being held at the Southwood Conservation Area, Little Sioux Park, Snyder Bend Park, and Browns Lake Bigelow Park. Today through Sunday, on a first-come, first-served basis, campers will receive promotional items, including a coupon for one free night of camping.
And elsewhere in Siouxland, a judge in Cedar County, Nebraska, has ruled against a request from lawyers representing Carrie Jones to dismiss charges. Jones is charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and accessory to a felony in connection to the murders of 4 people in Laurel on August 4th of 2022. According to court records, the judge stated there was enough evidence to support the charges against Jones. Carrie's next court appearance is scheduled on May 22nd for an arraignment. Her husband, Jason Jones, is accused of killing 4 people and setting 2 homes on fire.
Switching gears now, it's time to meet today's Stray of the Day.
And every day we share a pet picked up by Sioux City Animal Adoption Rescue who's waiting to go home.
Yes, fluffy guy here is Albert, a 2 to 3-year-old male silky terrier mix. He was found on the 2300 block of Nebraska Street. He does kind of need a haircut, and he will require frequent grooming and brushing, but he's a friendly and outgoing little dog who loves people. And he's available for adoption now.
If you've lost your pet or if you're looking to adopt, you can visit the rescue's website. That's at SiouxCityAnimalRescue.com.
And today on KCAU 9 News at 11:30, we're going to have a pet here in the studio from the rescue.
Yeah, we're hoping to have Stan pay us a visit today, the pit bull terrier we featured as our still waiting Wednesday pet earlier this week.
I cannot stop looking at Albert. I'm sorry. I even paused for a second there and didn't even continue reading because he's got the cutest face. His eyes are just a little bit covered from his fur, but...
Yeah, you know, you can't stop looking at him, but he can't really look at you at the moment.
Yes, exactly. I mean, but he's got a sweet little face nonetheless. It just needs a haircut. But
Yeah, definitely needs a haircut. But hey, who doesn't need a haircut every now and then?
I know.
That's true.
I'm sure he's going to be liking these warmer temperatures. I know when I had a small dog, we always had to dress her up in sweaters and whatnot, even when it was warmer outside. But these temperatures are pretty warm. I mean, I know today is one of our cooler days.
It's our coolest day that we're looking at for the rest of the week, really, and next week as well, because we're going to see the temperatures rise up. Right now, starting off in the 50s, definitely a bit of a warmer start to the morning hours, with 50s across the Siouxland area, unless you're out by Esterville, where they're at 48 degrees, and the rest of us in the 50 range. We'll see that the looping radar shows that a little bit of showers earlier, but we saw some developing in Nebraska that as they moved east and they dissipated. So once they entered the Siouxland region out there by Madison and Pierce counties, we've seen just kind of some scattered rainfall popping up here and there as the stormcast shows a batch moving through the early morning and early afternoon. And then here it's through the later afternoon that we see more intense showers and storms in northern Siouxland, with a low pressure system slowly inching along, moving further and further, with some showers and storms moving in the wake of it. We'll start to see a second batch coming up there as we go through Sunday morning, but that's Sunday morning. We'll see that today temperatures will instead rise up into the upper 60s, with PM rain chances really appearing there, with a possibility for some storms, as those showers and and storms are going to be in the overnight into tomorrow morning. That's the emphasis for Saturday, with temperatures that get to the mid 70s, and then we see some low 80s and upper 70s as we progress through the start of next week, continuing on through the upcoming week as well, despite a second batch of showers and storms that appear through the middle of the week as well.
All right, thanks, Victor. A lot of rain coming up. Now let's turn to sports, though, where track and field action is swinging into high gear in Siouxland. Anthony Mitchell has the details in your morning sports wrap.
Good morning, Siouxland. We're a week away from track and field state qualifying meets, with teams putting the final touches on their showings. That includes Bishop Heelan and the rest of our metro schools as the pack hit the track for the MRAC conference meet. Sioux City East boys and Lamar's girls, the 2022 regular season champs, running events here. Girls 100-meter dash, East Elena Harris, fresh off the Drake Relays trip, taking gold overall at 12.34 seconds. Lamar Sion Fafita flying in on the boys' side. The Iowa Central football commit clocking 11 seconds flat. More Lamars in the girls' distance medley. Clean transition from Sienna Cast to Mackenzie DeRocher, freshman. Anchors them toward first in 4 minutes, 27.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Evan Jansen of SBL finishing strong for the Warriors in 3 minutes, 45.8 seconds. 400-meter dash photo finish here between Lamar's Maya Hogreef and Norris Yaneli Luna. It's Hogreef winning by just 0.24 seconds for the conference crown. On the other side, East Luke Campbell making sure it's not as close on the boys' side. The junior building space, cruising in first at 50.6 seconds. Ending with hurdles, Heelan's Hunter Waha, the one with the shades, got the speed to back it up for first in 15.4 seconds. And Kenya Harris of Sioux City West joins him with gold in a new season high in 15.83 seconds. The meet was then postponed due to weather. Makeup date for the rest is TBD. On the pitch, the East Black Raiders welcomed Spencer to town. The Tigers looking to extend their win streak to 5 games against an East team they've beaten in the last 5 meetings. Black Raiders looking to defeat state-ranked Spencer for the first time since 2017. The Tigers led by the state's leading scorer and sophomore Addison Hoban. Corner kick here for the visitors off the head of Mary Matheson to increase the Tigers' lead to a pair of goals. Black Raiders defense trying to keep them in it here. The shot from Hoban has the distance, has the length, but it's caught by Kiana Versteeg. The freshman had a busy night in goal, but Hoban would get it right back off the free kick. Sails it over the keeper into the back of the net for her 43rd goal of the season. 3-0 Spencer. Tigers back on the move a few minutes later. Different spot, same result. Goal for Hoban, her second of the game, as Spencer extends its win streak with a 4-0 victory. Down in Sergeant Bluff, the Warriors hosting the Monarchs of Denison Schleswig. First half, Denison Schleswig's Jesus Espinosa with a PK sends it. Great save by the Warriors keeper Scott Dixon to keep it scoreless. 13th minute we go now. The Monarchs' Jackson Savaria creates an opening, gets a shot off, beats the diving keeper for the score. Monarchs strike first 1-0. Second half now. Warriors with a free kick opportunity. Enoch Moratwan with a nice shot off the goal, going just off the mark. The game would be put in a weather delay. They had some dark clouds and lightning present, but the Monarchs' lone goal was the difference maker. They beat SBL 1-0. And that'll be all for sports. Have a good day, Siouxland.
All right, well, now let's take a look at this morning's top stories.
It's what you need to know before you go. The Sioux City Police Department is looking for a missing 14-year-old girl. Heavenly Martin has been missing since Tuesday. According to the Iowa Department of Public Safety, she's 5'6", weighs 120 pounds, has blonde hair and hazel eyes. A family member told us they believe Heavenly is still in the Sioux City area. If anyone has any information about her, they're asked to contact the Sioux City Police Department at the number on your screen. That's 712-279-6960.
And elsewhere, warmer conditions are helping move along the 2023 planting season. According to the latest USDA crop report, Iowa is making good progress on corn planting, with 29% of the crop now in the field. Nebraska is just ahead at 30%. That's a jump of 20% in just 1 week. And for the first week this season, South Dakota has updated numbers with 1% of corn planted. Soybean planting is also moving forward in two of the Siouxland states, with 16% of the corn crop planted in both Iowa and Nebraska. However, South Dakota doesn't have any soybean crop planted just yet.
And hopefully farmers like the weather conditions that we get.
And the rain, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be seeing a little bit of scattered showers and storms, popping up through the afternoon hours. Not so much through the morning, as temperatures are going to be rising steadily up into the upper 60s. Big drop from yesterday's mid 80s, as we'll see that we'll get back to some 80s shortly, because tomorrow we push temperatures into the mid 70s despite the morning showers and storms. Isolated and scattered chances on Sunday as temperatures get close to 80 degrees and a little bit above it. And we're going to be threading that needle as we move through next week, with temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s, with a second batch of showers and storms appearing through next midweek, with hopefully some sunshine expected by next weekend. That'd be nice to enjoy that, huh?
Because only a few dry days, it looks like right now.
that sunny Monday. I guess that's one reason to be excited for Mondays.
Yeah.
Maybe the only reason.
That's rare. I don't know if I'm ever really excited for a Monday, but
That's fair. I tried.
Yeah. We'll be excited for some sunnier weather, especially after maybe that stretch of precipitation. Maybe it will feel definitely nicer to have a break.
Yeah, for sure.
Warm weather as well, you know?
Yep, love the stretch of warm temperatures. But all right, thanks so much for watching and have a good rest of your day.